Hey, Steve Zook, welcome back to polkzoo channel and the guitar ladder system. Boy, I tell you, a lot of people are ordering the guitar ladder system right now. This is a perfect time to do it because we're all kind of on lockdown. We're all feeling a little nervous, but my suggestion is stay positive, keep the faith, trust the universe. We'll get through this. I mean, the mortality rate's low. Even if you get it, you're probably not going to die. Jeez, it's crazy to have to say that, right? But my son graduated from UC Davis. He's really sharp. He just finished his internship at a hospital, and it's just something that, like I said, it's all attitude. My suggestion is focus on gratitude. Focus on be thankful for what you have, and the universe will smile on you. But this is a perfect time to do the guitar ladder system. You've got the time. Why not woodshed a little bit, make a lot of progress. I'm selling a lot of courses right now. What I'm asking people to do is to call me and let's talk about, music and guitar and your progress and your goals. And it's a really fun, friendly conversation, by the way. I'm not going to pressure you or anything, but most people can tell that, I've got something real here. You can go to Vintage Guitar Magazine and read the review of my CD. Just go to vintageguitar.com, put in Steve Zook. I've worked really hard on my music and my guitar playing, and I've worked equally as hard on the guitar ladder system, the material as well as the right approach. And that's why you can also go listen to some of my music at stevezook1.bandcamp.com, or if you forget that, just put in Steve Zook Bandcamp in the search, it will come up. Listen to some of my original music. But my CD was reviewed by Stephen Stone. But that's why and one of the most powerful things about the guitar ladder system is the way that I learn, or that you will learn how to connect the dots in your own neural pathway, like feed your musical mind. Build. It's almost like neuroscientists have proven that when you hear something, it goes into your ear as physical sound, but then real quickly it transfers into an electrical signal. So that's why today's video is called Fishing in Your Own Subconscious Mind for Musical Ideas, because every time you input one of my guitar ladder studies, your subconscious mind is like, oh, okay, it develops neural pathways to understand and connect and reflect on. This is cycle one, by the way. Let me move closer. What happens is it's almost like uploading a bunch of things to a computer. You're going to actually, you know, store that in your subconscious mind, and then even if you're not, you could be sleeping or whatever, your subconscious mind is connecting all these different studies. So every study you use as a reference point. That's why people always email me and say, all of a sudden I came up with something I've never played in my life, and it's really cool. It kind of has their stamp of individuality on it, and that's what's so powerful about the guitar ladder system. Hey, let's do something. I'm always trying to share a little something every time. Four chord, which is a chord built in perfect force. It does have an extra major third in the top, so it's very close to a minor seven, but it's got perfect force in it. And again, what's important is the idea, not the definition. Four chord, major 13 flat 5. See, that has a modern sound to it, right? Hear that? I could make that. See, that's just going, and I'm not going to stop and analyze this. You can if you want. G sharp to B, I'm not going to analyze it. I just want you to listen to it. Listen how that has. The problem with most people's playing is it's too predictable. You want to add a modern sound and then have inside, outside, you want to be able to add color and mood and tension and resolution. But these kind of sounds just sound so cool. Four chord, right, to major 13 flat 5. So I'm going at G sharp 4 chord to a B major 13 flat 5, or I could go to a C. Similar idea. Notice how I'm using that common tone. See, that's the thing, is every time you learn a new way to connect chords, and I'm 67, I studied with Joe Pass when I was in my early 20s, like 22 or so, and he used to say, it's the chordal work and learning how to improvise with chords that provides tremendous growth. And it's really true. So with the guitar ladder study, you're getting around 200 studies. I don't send them all at once. It's not effective that way, but you're getting about 200 studies, video and chart for each one. I just send a little at a time. But every time you learn one of these studies, your own musical mind has another kind of a storage folder, so to speak, and then all the folders talk to each other. This is the science of neuroplasticity. The subconscious mind is so powerful. If you really want to make some real progress on the guitar, invest the $199. I know I'm a little pushy about it, but that's because it works. If I believe in something, then I'm passionate about it. And if you could read the emails I get from people, and some people even just call me and just tell me, man, I've been playing guitar for years and years and years, but I've been kind of doing the same kind of thing for a long time, learning a little here and there, and then all of a sudden they say, man, all of a sudden I'm starting to create, interesting pieces of my own, and it's really neat. But anyway, this is a nice little gem for today, 4-chord to major 13 flat 5, which is a great chord. The major 13 flat 5 does not have the flat 7 like a dominant 13. See here, the dominant 13. It's got a flat 5, but this chord has a root. The flat 5 is 7, the 3, 13, and 9. It's such a nice modern sounding chord, isn't it? So 4-chord connects major 13 flat 5. Then I use that comma tone. You can kind of look this, 6 frets away, from here to here on the 5th. See, that's a nice modern sound. So what you're looking for is to create new colors, new understanding of chord families. So this could be called a chord family. And then we're kind of doing a symmetrical approach where we're doing the same idea and repeating it in a different place. But see, that's, every time you learn how chords go together, your own subconscious mind stores that information as kind of like a sound file, But what's interesting about the subconscious mind, it has millions and millions and millions and millions of connections. So the different folders, this is so hard to explain, but it's really pretty simple. The different folders, I got to put it this way so you understand it, the different folders in your own subconscious mind talk to each other. So that's why, like if you're an artist that marries a genre, then you're not going to grow as much. And certain examples might be Robin Ford. He's a great guitar player, but as a composer, I think he needs a little bit of work, and I have ultimate respect for him. He's a great musician. He's a great guitar player, but he's not in the same league as somebody like Eric Johnson. Eric Johnson is a real composer, artist, and he's done his homework and studied many different styles of music. That's why his original music is so original, and he has his own style. And I'm not putting down Robin Ford. He's a great, great guitar player. I just think that his compositions and his lyrics and his songwriting need some work, and that's what it's all about, So God bless him. I love him. He did some unbelievable work with Miles Davis. He did one solo that sounds like God did the solo, I just think he needs to study, improvisation and chordal improvisation more to expand his writing a little bit, and so he can become more of a composer. There's very few real composers on the planet. Eric Johnson is one, Baroli Legrin, John McLaughlin, Al Di Meola, people like that, But there's a lot of great guitar players. But again, no disrespect intended here. I have a lot of respect for him. I just think he needs to continue to grow and not just kick back on what he's doing. Anyway, so 4-chord, major 13 flat 5. 4-chord, major 13 flat 5. If you want a 4-chord, if you want a sample of, here's my A, I might not be a concert pitch. If you want a sample of the guitar ladder system, you need to send me your phone number. We need to talk. Like I said, it's a friendly, fun conversation. We're just going to talk about your musical goals. I want to connect with people. I mean, there's not very many people that do what I do. I want to connect with people, get to know you. If you decide you want to order the guitar ladder system, which I highly suggest, great. If not, that's okay too. I'm not trying to force that on anybody, but I really got something special here. I've got over 30 years into developing it. And it really works. Like I said, it's almost like creating little musical folders in your own subconscious mind. And each folder, each folder has you something different, and then the folders talk to each other. It's like, I've got this down to a science, but it's very simple. The guitar ladder system is very simple to use. There's no complex theory. There's no note reading. You don't have to worry about all that. You just play and listen. Now, I do have some suggestions down the road on how to practice improvisation. And if you get stuck, okay, you think maybe, interval, like, okay, I'll go a perfect fourth from this chord, or I'll go, a flat five from this chord, or I'll do, a minor third movement with a chord to something else, or I'll use common tones, whatever. But it's you're gonna get out of the guitar what you put into it. And if you feel a little stuck and you feel like you haven't, like I said in the last video, you need to kind of be very honest with yourself, put your ego on the back burner for a little bit, and maybe stop reminding yourself of all the cool things that you do on guitar, and say, gosh, I want to learn more, I want to expand, I want to grow. It's about self-discovery. I want to discover my own musical ideas right now, buried deep in my head. That's why this video is called Fishing in Your Subconscious Mind with the Guitar Ladder System, because once you start getting my studies into your head, and then you have the intentionality of discovering your own musical ideas, your own subconscious mind is going to take that auto-suggestion and start, creating something which is you. This is heavy, man. This is self-discovery. It's self-actualization. You're going to learn to get to know your musical self. And I know everybody has unique musical ideas. It's just because we're all unique. We all have, our own personalities, and even though there are duplications that occur, you have musical ideas that are buried deep within your subconscious mind, and you're never going to come up with them on your own. And that probably sounds a little arrogant, but I've been teaching over 30 years, and I can just tell. But once my students start working the guitar ladder system and start learning how to resolve chords and learning how the chords go together, and no matter what the study is, all of a sudden they come into their lesson and they're noodling and they're playing something really cool. I'm like, wow, that's really great. When'd you do that? Oh, I just recently came up with it. There's a different timeline, but that's why it's really important. You're going to get out of the guitar what you put into it, but it's really important what you practice and what you play, and what you feed your own subconscious mind. If you're always just noodling around doing the same stuff you've always done, you're not going to come up with something original, And that's why, like I say, I love to use people like Barrelli Legrand or Eric Johnson as examples. Eric Johnson's a great example, because if you spend an hour watching Eric Johnson play, it's so evident, so quick, that he has a style which is very unique. Nobody plays like Eric Johnson, especially the way he puts chords together and the way he uses extended triads. It's just a really beautiful thing. But that's just not going to fall in your lap. You need the right material. Eric Johnson has studied variety of styles, and he got real into improvisation. I think he's even said improvisation is the key to composition. Pat Metheny said the same thing. So you have to ask yourself, how far do you want to take your guitar playing? This is not about being, making money from it or getting a record deal or any of that junk. I'm not saying it's junk, but I'm talking about self-discovery and the joy of playing guitar and having a deeper experience with guitar and getting to know your own musical self. It's heavy, man. So, if you're interested, email me, stevezook7@yahoo.com. Give me your phone number. I'll call you. We'll talk. And I'll send you a sample. Again, that's I'm only sending samples of the people that send me the phone number, because I want to talk with you guys. I want to connect with everybody, But yeah, so and like I said, just send me your phone number. Now, so here's 4-chord, major 13, flat 5. Now I'll resolve that to a major 13, to a 7 sharp 5 sharp 9, 13 9, 13 13 flat 9. I love that. That's like a 13 flat 9 idea, like kind of back to 4-chord, major 13 flat 5. So you're always, what you're going to get out of guitar, what you put into it. But if you really want to discover your own musical ideas, if you want to have, and I know this sounds like bullshit, but it's not, because I've seen it. I've sold thousands of courses. If you want to have off-the-chart results You know, save yourself years and years and years of time. Shave years off your progress and reach a level that you'll never think that you'd ever reach. Invest the 199. It works. It really does. Uh, I love that chord, that form of the 13. Then you can flat the 9. You can go to the major 13, flat 5. I love the 13 flat 9. It can resolve many. Every chord has a direction. Every chord has many different directions. Every chord is part of a family of many different families. And so by learning how to resolve, chords and learning about color and tension and resolution, you're going to have tremendous growth. Okay, I'm going to put a stop so this uploads. Take care, everybody. Let's just all stay positive. I know this is kind of a weird time we're going through. I could go into my explanation of why it exists. I don't want to. They might take me out. I don't know. But no, seriously, let's stay positive. Focus on gratitude. Be thankful for what you have. That will help raise your vibration. And just be positive. We'll get through this. And even if you did get the damn virus, it's something that you get over, and then you have antibodies. So, but let's not think about all that. Let's just all be as safe as we can, and let's all focus on gratitude and try to be thankful for what we do have in our life. And let's all try to stay positive. I see this time right now as the ultimate test of having a good attitude in life and being positive. Okay, all right, folks. I love everybody out there. Take care.